I am a god. You lack conviction. If you believe yourself worthy, fight. Even a blind man can see your weakness. You will fall before my divinity.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I will show you how to play Lee Sin, which is currently one of the top tier meta picks for the mid and top lane. He is a really strong pick at the moment because if you think about it, his kit is actually perfect for the laning. He has a bit of everything you need from a laner. He has mobility, he has burst damage, he doesn't use any resources. Of course, he has really good wave clear as well, especially with that E, and when you get the Gore Drinker and the component, then your wave clear is also really good. And he has lots of kill pressure from level 6. This is a very strong champion you can pick in the mid lane. He does really well into melee champs, especially assassins. The W guys, first part, you can cast it on yourself or you can cast it on allies and wards. It's going to shield you. Of course, all of your basic abilities can be recasted. If you recast your W, then you're going to get some lifesteal as well. And your E guys, it's AoE damage around you, so that's your wave clear. And if you recast that spell, then you're also going to slow people. What's important, especially in the early stages, is that you abuse that passive. Whenever you use an ability, then you get some bonus attack speed, and you also get some extra energy regen. So in order to be able to fight in extended trades and not run out of energy, you really want to make sure that you weave in your auto attacks. Your Q is going to mark people, and then if you recast it and you mark someone, then you dash to them, okay? I'm gonna get the component towards the Gold Drinker, so I cannot buy the pickaxe at the moment, so I'm just gonna go with the longsword, and then we can get boots, and we can get a control ward as well. Gecko should definitely back off here, because I'm not in lane, and of course he's gonna go in, so yeah, he's gonna die. Way overextended. But yeah, we are going for the Bruiser build on Lee Sin. There's also an Assassin build, but I do not recommend it unless you're playing against a full squishy team, because it's very high risk, high reward kind of playstyle. The thing is though, if you play the Assassin build, then you're going to struggle a lot in team fights, because the moment you get caught out by something, you're just gonna die because you have no HP and no defensive items. You can go for trades like this, go all in. Estelle's pretty close though, she did have ignite, but really started snowballing because we're playing against the melee matchup, and that's where Lee Sin really shines. Yeah, with the Bruiser build you can do really well in the lane, and you can also do really well in team fights. Try to bait him out. Check out his flash. There we go, nice. If I had ignite up, then I would have went for that Q right there, but I'm not gonna do it at the moment. Problem is, if I base right now, I'll not be able to get the pickaxe, because we want that whip as soon as possible, because it helps a lot with the extra damage, but also for the wave clear. Have to wait out. Gecko is dead. So when you play against melee matchups, you really want to abuse the E. It is AoE, right? So whenever they walk up to farm or something, then you hit them with the E, and then you can try to slow them by recasting it, and then you can try to land your Q skill shot. Make sure to abuse that W because it has such a low cooldown, so if you get low HP, then recast the W, get that extra lifesteal. And when you warthog on such guys, of course it's a very important mechanic on Lee Sin, you should smart cast your trinket. It means that the moment you press the key assigned to a trinket, it will insta-cast instead of showing the indicator first, and then you have to double click it, so make sure that you smart cast it. So every combo becomes super smooth. But we have our ultimate up now, so this is what Lee Sin is known for. It is a kick, guys, and you can kick people into others for bonus damage. When you have this ultimate, that's when you typically can start ganking other lanes, because that is your hard CC. So the way you use this ultimate a lot of times, you want to, or you should know that when you kick somebody, they are technically stunned in the air, so they will not be able to use movement abilities or flash. So what you do is that you kick people and then you instantly throw out the Q to get a guaranteed hit, right? Because they'll not be able to dodge it or anything. And then just press them down with your entire ability set. But yeah, in team fights you try to find the important targets and kick them into your team. Unless you can burst them down, then you can also do that. Just have to poke Katarina down. We do have Ignite, so we can look for an all-in. Yeah, really abuse that W recast so you can get that extra sustain. Okay, there's a gang coming in. I'm 100% dead here, so I just went for the kill on Katarina, so I at least got something. But now we have the component, so now we have some extra wave clear. And a little bit of extra damage as well when we are trading and such. You can also go for a Stride Breaker. Perks did that in the MSI game, and that's also fine. Problem though is that it's most likely getting nerfed soon. Riot was talking about changing the mobility part of it, so I don't know what it will look like in the future. Godringer is the most bought item on solo lane Lee Sin though, so okay, there's an Nocturne coming in. That was pretty nice. I actually, the moment I saw that the tower was going to focus him down, I just used everything on Nocturne. Then I got the heal for Triumph and Conqueror, so I could deal with Katarina as well. That's a really good fight for us. It's actually super huge because Nocturne's ultimate is down, so we don't have to play as safe anymore. Because when he's level 6 and he has his ultimate up, then it's very risky to play aggressive in any way, because you never know where he's ganking from. He doesn't need to get within vision range in order to gank you. Now it's a lot easier for us. Okay, getting a kill in the bottom side, I'll take that. That's Nocturne. I'll not be able to do anything here because Katarina is most likely around, so not gonna risk it. Just go mid and push out the wave, and then we also want to recall so you can get the Godringer. How you want to push waves, just E and then use the whip active, so get some extra wave clear. When you get more points into E, then you're just gonna one-shot the backline minions. There we go, got the first core item, the Gore Drinker. Of course, it is a bruiser item. You get a lot of damage, but you also get a lot of sustain and that wave clear part of it, which is really important on Lee Sin. If you're going for the assassin build, then you want to get the Eclipse or the Prowler's Claw, but as I said earlier on, it's super high risk and a lot of the times it's not worth it unless you're playing against a full squishy team. But as you can see, our wave clear is really good right now. Because 1 E and a Gore Drinker active is just going to delete the backline minion, so that's what I said when I talked about Lee Sin having good wave clear. I missed that Q and accidentally hit Katarina, but is that I ignited her. Oh, he took the kill just in last second. The thing is, I did not need to use my ultimate right here if Blitzcrank hit his hook, but I could not know that. I just saw it as I was about to kick with my ultimate, so I could not react in time, but if he hit his hook, then obviously it's a waste of my ultimate because Katarina will be dead anyway. He did hit it though, but I saw it too late, so it doesn't matter too much. We got the double kill and we're getting the Drake as well. Now next item, the Sterak's Gauge. Of course you want some extra tankiness. It's really good offensive item as well. It gives you both defensive and offensive capabilities, so very good as your second item. I don't know what Senna is doing mid, but Katarina just got a kill topside, so probably taking the leftover farm. Good roam by Blitzcrank as well. And we have the Herald that he can use mid lane. We can go for Nocturne here as well. Perfect. As for the boots, a lot of times you just go for the armor boots because you already have tenacity in the runes, or you can use it if you don't have. Because in this game it helps against the top laner, their jungler and their bottom lane. But if they have a lot of AP champions and a lot of CC, then you can also go for the mercs. This is what I meant with a kick into your Q. Even if she had flash up, then she would not be able to dodge it. So it's like a safe way to get your entire combo off. So once we have the Sterak's Gauge and we also have the Gore Drinker, then we become extremely tanky while also having a lot of damage thanks to the AD from the items and the Conqueror as well. Like a semi-tank, but also having a ton of damage at the same time. And this mid-game part, that is where Lee Sin is really strong. That's why you want to make stuff happen, because if it gets to the late game, that's why he starts falling off. Damage-wise, especially damage-wise. But it's also harder to get picks, because when people group up and you try to hit them with the insect, then they will just focus you down, CC you down until you die right. So it's a lot easier to pull these things off in the mid game. So that's why you want to carry the game and try to end it there as well. Wait, how did my Q miss? I have no idea how I missed that Q. Alright. Down she goes. You just go bottom side. So I do have my ultimate out, so of course you can warthog and kick somebody. Usually you want to gank from behind. Flashes down, and as you saw, she was not able to flash in the ultimate, so that's why I like to use this combo a lot, because it is so safe to do. They're dying top side. They are, but we got bottom side and we got the tower as well. It's also really important that when you get a kill something, get into enemy jungle, deny him the camps as well, so you also set Nocturne behind. Because it's huge if you're able to set the enemy jungle behind. Be able to get this tower here. I'm just gonna tank it. Tank Katarina's damage. Oh, actually, I accidentally auto-attacked her, but she should be dead. Look at that damage we have right now. Look at that damage. That is insane. That's also nice. I kicked Gwen away so I could focus MF down really fast and then I could just get away. Because I don't know who else would be coming at that point, so I just had to get out. And never underestimate Gwen's damage, especially not her Q. If you get hit by the center, then that is true damage. So she's going to absolutely shred you. Oh, he had vision? I did not know. Just use that Gore Drinker active to get the healing back. Oh, that's a really nice shield by Blitzcrank. Solari, that's actually what ended up saving me, so that's perfect. Really nice. Reaction time by Blitz. Now we have the Xerax Cage, so obviously we have a lot of damage, so now we want to get the Guardian Angel, which also gives damage and defensive stats. If you have that one, then it's impossible to die. You can play really aggressive and still survive, right? So most of my games I get this as early on as possible. So after your mythic item and your Xerax Cage, then you go for the Guardian Angel. The W makes it untargetable, so my Q missed because you used it right before my kick went off.
I will atone.
So obviously you want to look for a play whenever you have your ultimate up. Not that important where you are looking for the play, just make sure that you try to abuse that ability on cooldown, because that is your main way of picking up kills and securing kills for your team, right? So abuse that ability whenever possible. And that of course also makes it really dangerous to lane against the Lee Sin when he has his ultimate up, because he's really good at setting his team up as well. Alright, so let's make sure we pick up some farm in the side lane. Ezreal should be heading towards the middle lane, because there's nothing for him to pick up here. And it's really fun to play Lee Sin if you play against some of these champs who rely on stealth. Talon, for example, or Akali, Kiana. Because you have two abilities that will give you true sight, so it will reveal every form of stealth. So it's pretty much useless against you, so that's also something that makes Lee Sin really good into these picks, especially. But he's really strong into assassins, because he's a bruiser. Has a lot of sustain, mobility and self-peel, so can do quite well into these matchups, and of course they're also the current meta picks, so that's why Lee Sin is also one of the stronger champs you can play right now. The issue though is that he is one of the hardest champs to master in this game, so it is not something you'll be picking up the moment play him first, second game. You need a lot of games on it. Alright, got the GA, perfect. Now we can't really die anymore, so now we can go ham. Not sure what to buy as the second item, we have a lot of options. We'll probably get some anti-healing because they have a decent amount of sustain, so you can never go wrong with anti-healing items in this meta because there's so much healing everywhere. So we took down the bot and middle side, so honestly just have to go mid S5 and just end it if we can get a really good fight, or we can take the safe path and take the Baron and then push. People are getting a bit too aggressive here, we just need to... Definitely Baron is the safest play we can go for right now. I'm just gonna push top side because that's the only lane where we can do something at the moment. The ultimate is ready to go, so if Blitz picks up someone. It was a really nice ultimate from Kennen as well. I'm not sure if we can end mid lane. We should definitely be able to, but the thing is MF can just ult the wave. I think we'll be losing a lot of time if we walk mid. Yeah, and he was holding the wave, so we just push top side. We should definitely just do the Baron. That would have been the safest play for us. Just do the Baron and then we can go mid as a team afterwards. But Shaco is doing the Drake, so we just have to stay top and wait for someone to come, and then we get another pick, and then we slowly close out the game. Another teleport coming in. Thing is, Gwen can be a little annoying because of a W that makes her untargetable. But it's not only the untargetable part. What a lot of people ignore on Gwen is the fact that she gets so much resistances from that W. Get a ton of armor and magic resistance, so suddenly she becomes really tanky when you're fighting her, and she also has a shit ton of damage, so very difficult to fight, especially as a Lee Sin. We're just playing for the kills right now, but that should be it. Just go ahead and end. So that was the Lee Sin guide. As always, thanks for watching guys, and see y'all in the next one.